So, hey everyone, good morning again. We're gonna do a love, money, life, and finale read. Now, I was only gonna do a one card read, but there's two separate groups here. So, what I'm gonna do is get this fucking music off because this shit is ridiculous with all these fucking commercials. Right. And I'm gonna put you on pause because I'm about to go off. Now that we're back. A commercial every 3 minutes when I'm trying to do some dramatic recording is ridiculous. I'm trying to do dramatic recording and right, they're interfering with my carnival music. I have truly had it with America. I have. You will not control your punks. You won't. You just won't do it. You have the voice to control that punk from playing with me every day, all day, and you don't. Understand that. Back to what I was saying. There's two groups here. So, right, I do it for my supporters. I'm going to tell you again. So, there's two groups here with the love, money, and life finale. And they're drastically different. So, because there's some that's still seeking and finding, there's some that actually are there. So, let's get it. All right. On group A, we have with love. Honor is at stake. In this first group, there's no honor when it comes to love. This person, this group, I'm going to just say person, but it's a group of people. This person is just, I can't even get it out. When it comes to love, they don't really, they get stuck, they get choked up. Right, the devil start coming at them, right? This person does not understand how to be honorable within love. Whether it's love with a mate or just love in general of people, of things, this person has a tainted view of love, period. So group A has a tainted view of love. And they stay within their humanness versus loving people with the love of God. They love people with the love of self, meaning, what you doing for me to even love you, right? They equate doing things with love, right? If you do for me, then you must love me. If you don't do for me, then you don't love me, right? That is totally incorrect because we should all be doing for ourselves. And people can't afford to do for you. That don't mean they don't love you, right? Pray for me. I'd rather, like I told y'all, I'd rather y'all pray for me than write comments about help the vineyard, stop treating the vineyard like shit. Nah, just pray, right? Just pray for me. Don't worry about everything else, right? So now that's with the love. This person just has a tainted view of love, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. They have a tainted view of love, and with this group, if you don't have anything to offer them, they're not going to love you either, right? So they don't really love you. This group does not really love. They just use that word. They throw it around. Okay, so in group A, we have money. I would not trust this person with my money. This group is not trustworthy with money because money runs out quickly for these people. In group A, money runs out quickly. So I would not trust these people with my money, make an investment with group A type people because they're just not going to have anything. If this resonates with you, then you're a group A person. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't know how to love, you're tainted with love, and you're going to stay broke because you do not know how to manage your money. When you do get money, all you do is rush out and spend it. You love folly. You love to spend your money on stuff that will not be here later. Because you're like, yo, I'm going to spend it all while I'm alive. I'm not saving nothing for nobody. I made it. I acquired it. I acquired this money. I made this money, whatever. I, won the lottery. I got a lawsuit. I worked hard for it. Whatever the case may be. I'm not sharing my money. I'm not leaving my money with no one. Very selfish people. I told you all about self in this group A. So you make sure when you make your money, you spend it. You're not playing about leaving nobody nothing. You're like, no, whatever. I don't love nobody. Don't nobody love me. I'm not leaving nobody nothing. Ooh, right. So now within life, you have a lot of ideas. And your ideas are just a bunch of nonsense, basically, because they're good ideas. They work for the moment. These are work for the moment ideas. They're never nothing solid, never nothing that's going to be long lasting. Like I said, you work for the here and now. My money is my money and I'm spending it now, right? And so your ideas are usually short-term ways to make some money, right? You usually have a lot of short-term scams and schemes or deals, not necessarily scams and schemes, but you usually have a lot of short-term deals to make money. Oh, you want to, I got some lawn care to do for the next 6 months. You want to help a brother out? Sure. So you go do lawn care twice, every other Saturday for 6 months with somebody. Right. That's a short-term thing, right? You only going every other week for like 2 hours. Right, that ain't nothing. That ain't hurting you. Right, and you getting some decent money. Right, say you get $300, $400. Right, because it's a small area of the landscape. I didn't say you was busting your ass. Right, so this is one of those sweet deals. Right, it's a sweet deal. You got to do a little bit every other week, and it's 6 months guaranteed $500. Right, so so you come out right. So every Saturday you getting every other Saturday you get $500. That's $1,000 a month. And you spending the hell up out of it. Right. You don't give a damn. You spending the hell up out of it. Right. It's your money and you spending it now. Right. So as far as ideals go in your life, you got ways to make money, but they're short term. You'll go and work on people's cars. Right. You'll go and rack up 5 cars to work on. They're always short term deals. It could be something where you're working all day, where you got 3 weeks on a job, or you got 6 months, right, with guaranteed money. But you definitely have ways to have some guaranteed money because you love to have stuff. You love to spend your money. So you definitely make ways to, you definitely make sure you have ways to make money in Group A. So, and that's your life, right? You come up with ideas in your life. So in your money part, you always have money. You always have it, but it's short-term money. You spend it. You spend it quick, right? You don't play. You don't play about that. Right, because you got $500 coming next week. Right, so you make sure you spend that other $500 up right before then. Right, you ain't playing. You don't want nobody asking you for no change, no nothing. You don't play about spending your money. So in your finale, for Group A, like I said, you stay inspired and aspired. Right, you stay inspired and aspired. You don't play. You do what you're supposed to do in life. You just spend up your money like a motherfucker and you're selfish. You spend your money like a motherfucker and you're selfish. You taking everything. You ain't taking nothing to the grave with you but your body, right? You take person. I ain't taking nothing to the grave with me but my body. And I'm not leaving nobody nothing. So you live for the here and now, Group A, right? Let's go with Group B. Group B. In love. You are most definitely triumphing in love. That's your goal. You want love. You want love in your life. You definitely love is a focus for you. It's important to you. It truly is. You've been through some things. So you're not rushing when it comes to love with a mate, but you most definitely are wanting love, wanting to be with a person, with a mate, wanting to be in love, wanting to have close, intimate relationships, friends, family, things like that. That's most definitely what you want. You're not selfish. You were selfish before, but you came up out of that. You've learned how to not be selfish. You were selfish younger, or you were selfish over the years, but you've grown out of that. So you sought love. You've been through what Group B has gone through, but you're more mature now, right? So this is Group B who've gone through Group A, right? Some of these people were Group A once upon a time. You may have been 10 years old. That's Group A, right? You don't know how to spend no money. You're selfish, right? Thank you. So these people who have grown up, right, who have matured. Right, you could be, right, that's what I'm saying. These are people who learned how to mature. They're in their 20s living all wild and crazy. Now they're in their 30s like, I got to learn how to save, right? So, in intimate relationships and love, right, you're definitely triumphing. You're definitely going to be successful. In money, you're learning how to spend your money properly, right? You definitely are. You're learning how to manage your money. You're learning how to acquire assets over liabilities, and that's a beautiful thing. I don't have to spend a lot of time because you're learning to acquire assets over liabilities. So you know that it is time to learn to save, time to learn to have, right? Not, working paycheck to paycheck. Or, I want those sneakers when I need to go and pay my electricity bill, right? So you know to prioritize, right? Here we go. In your money, you're prioritizing. Because you've learned years ago what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck or get paid on Thursday and you broke Saturday, right? That's crazy as I don't know what, right? But people do that every week with no problem, right? So you've learned how to manage your money. You stop being silly when it comes to assets. You're acquiring assets and no longer playing around with liabilities, or moving towards coming out of playing with those liabilities, because a lot of us still have liabilities that we have to slowly get out, right? But we know they're liabilities, so we're working on getting rid of them. So in life, you're looking for a better way, right? Everybody in Group B wants to be clean. They don't want to deal with any nonsense. Everybody in Group A has grown up, want to be grown, not interested in nonsense. They just want to have peace, quiet, love, soul in their life, right? Everybody in this group wants to be clean. They want to be wheat, not chaff. That's exactly what they're saying. So in the finale, right? Be strong and in good courage. God said, you'll get what you want, Group B. God said, it is a beautiful thing to step up and want to change, to know that there's changes that need to be done in your life and actually go and do them. Changing for the positive, that is, because a lot of positive people changed negative over these past 2 to 3 years. That's just the devil in you. So with that being stated, everybody was challenged with the devil. A lot of people accepted the devil, right, over God, not Divinia, over God. What did God say? What I tell you God said in 2020, I extended my hand to y'all and y'all spinning it. I'm not doing it again, right? Woo. So don't ask God why he acting up on y'all who spit in his hand in 2020 and took bribes and stuff. He said, you spit in my hand, right? So with that being stated, it takes growing up to be courageous, especially in this day and age. And God said this Group B is doing wonderful. So even though sometimes it looks dark, it's a gray area. It's not black. God said when it gets dark to you in Group B, it's a gray area. God does not give you darkness if you're his child. He gives you a gray area. You know when they be like, it's high fog outside, just don't drive, right? Do not drive, it's high fog, right? But you put on them high beams and move slow, right? You're chancing it, but you can get through, right? Right. If you're already in the highway and that fog come through and hit you and a rainstorm come, you got to move slow. I've been there, trust me. You got to move slow, doing 3 miles an hour. I've been on the highway having to do 3 miles an hour, up to 5 miles an hour. I've been on the highway in Florida having to do 5 miles an hour during a crazy rainstorm. I swear it was a hurricane on the bitch, right? During a crazy rainstorm out the blue. It got dark as hell. Not dark, but it got gray as hell, foggy as hell. And the rain was coming down like crazy. And everybody on that highway, the throughway, we weren't in no city. We was on the throughway. Right. Right. Wasn't no pulling over and all that shit. Everybody had to keep it moving, right? We were all moving 5 miles an hour with our blinkers on and stuff, right? So God said, I give you gray areas. I don't make it dark. I give you a light to see your way through, right? So with that being stated, Group A and Group B, that is what it is for you guys. And that was your love, money, life finale reading, right? Follow the correct path.